First, the summer of 1941. Hitler's armies are tearing through the Soviet Union. Japan is moving toward a war that will soon explode across the Pacific. But hidden between these global flashpoints, there's another battlefield forming. One that almost no one talks about. Her country sitting on massive oil reserves and a supply route that could decide the fate of the Eastern Front. This is Iran. And within months, it will be invaded, occupied, and become the center of a plot so dangerous, it could have ended the war in a single night. Section 1, Why Iran Mattered. To understand why Iran became so important, you need to understand what was at stake. Not land, not ideology, but fuel and survival. By 1941, the Abadan refinery was the largest in the world. Whoever controlled it, controlled the fuel powering modern war. But oil wasn't even the biggest prize, because running across Iran was something far more valuable. The Trans-Iranian Railway, a direct link between the Persian Gulf and the Soviet Union. If it stayed open, the Soviets could keep fighting. If it was cut, the Eastern Front might collapse. And someone was already thinking about how to make that happen. Section 2. Iran's dangerous neutrality. Officially, Iran was neutral. Its ruler, Reza Shah Pahlavi, was trying to stay out of the war. But neutrality was becoming impossible, because throughout the 1930s, Tehran had quietly allowed thousands of Germans into the country. Engineers, advisors, specialists, but hidden among them were intelligence operatives. Men gathering information, mapping infrastructure, positioning themselves for something bigger. British intelligence began to panic, because if those agents acted at the right moment, they could cripple oil production, cut the railway, and hand Iran to the Axis without a full-scale invasion. And that's exactly what the Allies feared was coming next. Section 3. The Allied Invasion. Operation Countenance. So the Allies made a decision. They wouldn't wait. They would strike first. August 25, 1941. British forces moved in from the south. Soviet troops pushed down from the north. Iran was caught in between. The operation had a name, Operation Countenance. Iranian forces resisted, but they were outmatched from the start. Fighting erupted near key oil facilities, and for a brief moment, there was a real fear those installations might be destroyed. If that had happened, the consequences would have been massive. But within days, the resistance collapsed. Reza Shah was forced to step down. A new ruler was installed, and Iran was no longer neutral. It had become occupied territory. But the invasion didn't eliminate the threat. It made it more dangerous. Section 4. The Tehran Conference and the Nazi assassination plot. November 1943. Tehran. 3 leaders arrive, each one critical to the Allied war effort. Winston Churchill, Franklin Roosevelt, Joseph Stalin. For the first time, they are all in the same city, and that created an opportunity, one that Nazi Germany could not ignore. The plan was bold, almost unthinkable. Operation Long Jump. Her coordinated mission to assassinate all 3 leaders at once. If it worked, the Allied command structure could collapse overnight. The war itself could change direction. And here's the most chilling part. This wasn't just an idea. Intelligence reports suggested German agents were already inside Tehran, waiting, watching, preparing. Soviet intelligence uncovered the plot. Security was tightened immediately. Roosevelt was moved into the Soviet embassy for protection. The city was locked down, every movement monitored, every shadow questioned, and then nothing happened. No attack, no explosion, no assassination. Why? Was the plot stopped in time, or was it never fully ready to begin with? Even today, historians still debate that question. Iran's role in World War II is almost never talked about. No massive battles, no iconic landings. But what happened there nearly changed everything. A neutral country invaded in days, a global supply route hanging by a thread, and a moment where 3 world leaders sat in one city. While an enemy plan may have been unfolding just beyond their reach, history remembers the explosions, the battles, the victories. But sometimes, the most important moments are the ones where something almost happened, and the world never even realized how close it came.